back in Generation 8 competitive singles, Dracozolt was never the greatest Pokemon. It was a decent Pokemon on sand teams with Tyranitar or Hippowdon, but it had major issues and was a UUBL Pokemon as a result and ranked C+ on the viability rankings. What wasn't that good in Gen 8 OU? It is actually banned in the Gen 8 Pokebilities format. Pokebilities is a format where a Pokemon can use all of their abilities at the same time. An obvious abuser of this is a Pokemon like Clefable, which has 3 great abilities with Magic Guard, Unaware and Q-Charm. So why is Dracozolt banned from this format? Dracozolt's stats are really nothing special. It has 100 base in attack, not a great special attack stat at 80 base, a low speed stat at 75 base and overall mediocre bulk. Dracozolt does however have 2 solid abilities, these being Hustle and Sand Rush. It also has Volt Absorb, but this ability is not really something that contributed to Dracozolt's ban. Hustle is an ability that increases the user's attack stat by 50%, but as a trade-off it lowers the accuracy of physical moves by 20%. Sand Rush is an ability that doubles the user's speed stat under sand. Hustle significantly increases Dracozolt's otherwise decent base attack stat of 100 and Sand Rush patches up its mediocre speed stat of 75 base, allowing it to outspeed the entire tier even without max investment in its speed stat, though it has to be wary of fast choice scarf users. The increased damage and speed from its abilities pair very nicely with its signature move Bolt Peak, which is a move that is only shared with Arctozolt. Bolt Peak is an 85 base power physical electric move that doubles in power when the user is faster than the target, effectively giving Dracozolt a 170 power stab move with no drawbacks under sand. Dracozolt also has a great move pool to hit Pokemon that could otherwise take a Bolt Peak. Dracozolt can use boosted Outrage or Dragon Claw to hit ground types and dragon types like Gastron and Garchomp, boosted Fire Fang for grass types like Ferrothorn and Earthquake for electric types like Magnezone. Dracozolt could even run mix sets with Dracometeor and Fire Blast to more easily break through physically oriented checks like the aforementioned Ferrothorn. With Dracozolt being very strong and fast, this makes switching into this Pokemon a nightmare as it could just hit you with a strong coverage move after, even on a predicted switch. By the way, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I thank you. This makes reliable counterplay to this Pokemon very limited and means that you often have to rely on multiple predictions or Dracozolt missing a move to outplay it. This led reliable counterplay to Pokemon like Hippowdon and Assault with Tangrowth. While it is true that Dracozolt relies on sand to some degree, it's not healthy for a metagame to force teams to use a dedicated Pokemon to counter Dracozolt and another Pokemon to change the weather. Not to mention that Hippowdon was arguably the best counter to it and that Pokemon would just set up sand again if it wasn't up already. Overall, Dracozolt's power and speed in combination with its coverage made it too much for the metagame to handle and resulted in Dracozolt getting banned from the Gen 8 Pokebilities tier. Special thanks to Typlosion787 for suggesting this topic for the video. Did you know that Basculin is currently broken in Gen 9 Pokebilities? Check out the video on the screen if you haven't already and want to learn more. Let me know your thoughts about Dracozolt being banned and thank you for watching.